Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Shalise. I'm a 40-year-old mama, wife, and worker bee trying to get to financial independence and hopefully to relax early. So if that interests you, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Smash notification bell so that you don't miss upload. And to all my returning investors and subscribers, thank you so much for being here. So wonderful question that I received. Is it realistic? Living on dividend income. Is it realistic? How much do you need? Etc. And the great thing about that question is that this article, which is from one of my favorite dividend websites, simplysafedividends.com, talked about them many times. If you're new here, check out my hundreds of videos, and they are mentioned often in those videos. So yeah, I really do enjoy this website. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I am an investor. I'm in the trenches like everyone else, investing our hard-earned money into this. So this is not a game. This is real life for us. And I wanted to tell you guys that, I don't think many of us who like dividends, we're living in the clouds or we're reaching for the stars. Is it something that we can fully live off of? Probably not. No. But I think we like dividend investing because it's a great supplement, right? I am not getting a pension. I'm 40 years old. I may know one or two people in my actual real life that's family, job, friends, whatever, that get a pension. So I'm not counting pension in none of my numbers. I'm not counting Social Security either. I mean, look at that in the state of that. Who knows what state that'll be in? I am counting, dividend income as one of those income sources. And one of the things that I like to tell people is to make sure you write down what your income sources are going to be. So I created this retirement plan PDF. It's actually in the investing workbook. So to the hundreds and hundreds of you who have it, check out that workbook because it's in there. But guess what? To even figure out how much you really need for retirement or how much you want to create in dividend income, you have to have a plan. Do you even know where you're starting from? Do you know what the end game is for you? And remember, guys, you don't need $1 million to retire. Now, we want to have $1 million. We don't need it, but we want to. But you don't need $1 million. I mean, people are retiring on 200,000, 500,000, 700,000, 900,000, whatever. But for us, we're younger. We're not counting on Social Security. We don't have a pension. So we need just more money, and we don't want a penny pinch in retirement. We want to be able to give money to people, pay for like our nieces and nephews' college books, and take the family on trips and stuff. We want to do fun things like that, still do our donations and things. And so we need money for that at the end of the day. But again, this retirement plan tracker that I created is in the digital investment planner. The link to it will be down below. I'm sold out all of the physical books for the rest of the year. I will have the 2026 versions. I am working on those now. You will see those probably in October. But this is 2025. It's not too late to get started. And that way you can go ahead and figure out a strategy before you even get started on thinking about, can you live off of dividend income, right? You need to have a strategy because this is all math at the end of the day. One of the things that I will tell you, and I love that this article really emphasized, and I will have the link to this article down below. But you need to increase your share size. We talk about it often on this channel. If you want to have $100 a month in dividends, you need to increase your share size, and it depends on the actual stock. One of my favorite websites to research in addition to this is Simply Safe Dividends, not Simply Safe, stockanalysis.com, because one of the great things about this website is that it'll give you yields. It'll give you annual dividends and dividend growths, because again, a part of trying to live off of dividend income, besides the fact that you need to increase your share size. So traditionally you need to have a lot of money invested. But going to websites like this will break down some of the metrics that you would need to know, because if you are investing in SCHD, for example, and its yield is 3.95%, it's going to take you a little longer to get to, let's say, $1,000 of a dividend payout than, let's say, one like MSTY, which I know people love so much. This is the yield max. And look at the yield right here, 129.28%. So you will actually reach mathematically $1,000 quicker in a dividend. But the downside to that, and this is a disclaimer here, is that if you're chasing just yields, right, and you're trying to, again, live on dividend income, I'm back at the article again, you're trying to live on dividend income, you need to make sure that whatever company or fund you're using to create that dividend income to live off of is sustainable, that you can continue to receive the dividend, that the fund or company behind the dividend is secure, that it can last through market ups, and downs and in-betweens? What about taxes as well? So, all of that goes into, can you live off of dividends and how much you need to retire? Again, it differs from person to person. It also differs based on your investment personality, right? Are you hands-on? I'm a hands-on investor. If you're hands-off, let me tell you, that's perfectly okay. You don't need to kind of be tracking everything. Look at me. I track everything. This is like one of my many spreadsheets that I have where I'm tracking like dividend income in 2 different accounts. You can already see right here for May, we received $534.52 among our 2 taxable accounts in terms of dividend income. So I guess this is like just a quick, like, this is how much we received for May in dividend income. But right there, $534.52. We have a big payout coming in June. QM months are usually big payouts. You can see back in March, it was over $1,400. So, this is how this is what we're thinking about when it comes to determining how much money we need to have invested to live on dividend income. Now, ideally for my honey and my husband, we would like to get around $2,000 to $2,500 a month in dividend income from our taxable accounts. Well, we got to increase those share sizes, baby. We got to make sure we're dollar cost averaging. Fractional shares add up. This retirement plan is the one that I did, I think, like 4 months ago. I have to update this tracker because things have changed for us. The market have come back and things like that. But you can see right here, just again, we're doing Fat Fire. So if you're a part of the FIRE movement, that's financial independence, retire early. You probably have heard of it. The FIRE type we want is Fat Fire. Again, all fires are great. It's just your personal preference. And again, it's about for us, we have a higher savings rate. Bonuses, we're talking about rental income. We do have 3 rental properties and a main home. Just putting that money into an asset that can generate income. That's the secret as well. Put your money into assets that can generate income. I think that's why a lot of people like dividend investing as well. But this is how we started with our strategy, trying to figure out, okay, when do we want to retire early? Even if it's like we still want to maybe have like a part-time job. I would love to build up Mommy Trader, but we need time. We need money for that. And when you're working a day job, you have a family, sometimes the hours in the day go by fast. So if we can put our money into place where we can retire early from the day job, I can have time to work on Mommy Trader and things like that. And one of the things that we're doing to help us to back away is to increase our share sizes, okay, into our positions. And the reason why we've gotten to, all of this, dividend income, 100,000 in VTI and all that, I make videos. I'm a creature of habit. I mean, if you look at a lot of my videos for the past couple years, excuse me, guys, I talk about the same thing. Build your share sizes. And when we're finished and we reach our share size goal, we move to something else and we build that position up as well. But this article really just emphasizes you can build a solid dividend portfolio that can sustain you as a source of income, right? It doesn't have to be the only source of income. So when we talk about retiring and living off of dividends, it's one of the major sources of income for those early retirement, traditional retirement years, because again, we don't have a pension. Social Security, I'm not even going to be thinking about, because again, I'm 40. If I wait until 60, that's 20 years from now. And I don't want to wait another 20 years to be able to get something that may be around, and if it is around, I'm only going to get a little bit of it, right? Dividend income and good companies and good ETFs and funds is sustainable for us, and we really, really do like it. I love how this article points out VYM. We do own VYM. Let me bring that up real quick. So this is one of the ETFs that we really like that we're using to build up our share sizes. So if I come down some, you can see our market position right there. We have 31.01 shares. Just slowly building up. This position is about 4,000. Let's just round up, but it's one of the positions we're using to, have dividend income to live off of. Let me pull up Coca-Cola. I like Coca-Cola a lot. And again, it's about just starting where you are. If you never start, if you're not consistent, you won't see the return on your results, right? You won't see, your financial freedom goals come to fruition, right? We all start somewhere. And this is me as a regular investor. I'm documenting their journey on YouTube. You can see right here, Coca-Cola. We're up, what, 21.02%. You can see our market value. We have 50 shares here. Again, all of these positions is going into the same pot to help us to get to this goal right here, to be able to live off of dividend income. Now, some people do it by investing in high paying dividend stocks and funds that may be a little bit more risky. Others get to that same point by investing in more safe and conservative funds like VYM. Again, it's really all up to you. I love how this has like something where you can track it. Now you have to pay for this. I created a spreadsheet where I can kind of document it myself. And I prefer my own spreadsheets anyway. And I do make my own spreadsheets. If you want a copy of yours, again, all of that information is down below. But it just really tracking and looking at your metrics is not hard. I know some people like to have 20, 30, 40 different companies and funds. Other people just like the set it and forget it approach. Maybe use 5 and that's pretty much it. Again, it's just pretty much your preference. I love how this talks about like some things to avoid when you're trying to build up a portfolio to live off of dividends. You want to make sure that you are not fully concentrated and you're not diversified enough. So if you're all into REITs, right? Maybe that's not a great thing. Maybe you're all into yield max, right? That's risky. You know, you want to be careful about that. Taxes, right? Capital gains. I'm sorry, not capital gains, but ordinary dividends, right? Versus the alternative that you pay more tax with that. So again, I like a lot of dividend aristocrats, dividend kings, and because they're safer, they're more stable. And I want companies that can continue to pay in market downturns. One of my monthly favorites, SPYI, I've been really liking. Where is that? That's here. My internet is a little bit slow, so please forgive me. Like every monthly, it pays every month. We're up about 4%. We have 110 shares here. And another great one that I really do like is Maine. They pay also every month. Realty Income pays every month. JetQ. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. There's a lot of them. But I really like Main Street as well. And in June, they pay out 2 times. So that special dividend they pay out every quarter, so I really do love it. In addition to what they pay out every single month, and you can see, you know, you can invest in a good monthly dividend company and have a nice return. Not financial advice, but you see our position right here. I'm not just kind of talking. I'm showing you proof right here. We're up 32%. I really do like Main Street. We did reach our goal of 150 shares, so we're paused at the moment. But we will definitely turn this back on probably around September because I really do like Main Street. So let me know down below, are you aiming to like live off of dividend income? Are you being realistic with your goals? I know for us, getting $10,000 a month in dividend income, unless we have $1 million invested, you know, is not going to be realistic, but it's a huge part of one of our income sources. In addition to rental income, in addition to income from my side business like Mommy Trader. Mommy Trader makes money. I make, you know, spreadsheets and trackers and things. That's an income source for us as well. So let me know down below in terms of, you know, what's your stake on this? Is it a big part of your retirement income source, or is it something you're just trying to, you know, go at steam ahead and you just want to live off of dividend income and that's it? Because, you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. For us, it's just one part of the way. But I really do enjoy this part of the way the most. I like real estate, but I like tracking dividend income, and it's fun to get all that passive income and all that cha-ching every month in the account. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I really am so thankful for all of you. Again, just following a mama, a wife on this journey, because we all want to, you know, be able to do what we want to do one day, and we know we need money for that, right? So we're putting our money to work and doing the best that we can. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Smash notification bell so that you don't miss an upload every time I post a video. And until next time, you already know, I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.